Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Fort Johnson podcast. I'm your host, and today we have a very truly special episode for you. We're honored to be joined by the members of the legendary 369th Sustainment Brigade, the Harlem Hellfighters. This regiment is steeped in history and bravery, and they are the home unit of our very own Fort Johnson's namesake, Sergeant Henry Johnson. The Harlem Hellfighters have a storied legacy of courage and resilience, and today we'll delve into their incredible history and the remarkable contributions they've made to our nation. We'll hear firsthand accounts of their experiences, the challenges they faced, and the indomitable spirit that defines them. Stay tuned as we celebrate the valor of the Harlem Hellfighters and honor the memory of Sergeant Henry Johnson. You won't want to miss this inspiring and educational episode. Let's dive in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are listening to this podcast. I'm your host, Jeff England from the Fort Johnson Podcast Studios and Fort Johnson Public Affairs Office. And today we have with us the Harlem Hellfighters. On my right, we have PFC Fred Castor, and that's these guys, Fred Castor. And we have Specialist Gaston, or Christopher Gaston. There is a Gaston.
It's Gaston.
It's Gaston, okay. All right, and on my left, I have PFC Mark Ward and PFC O'Neill Gillespie. How are you guys doing, man?
We're doing good.
I'm doing good.
That's awesome. It's exciting to have you guys in here. I'm so glad you were able to take some time out of, training in the box, as we call it. So what have you guys been doing up there in the box?
Burning in the house, huh?
That's for sure. It's for sure. So how you guys like it? Are you getting some good training in there up there?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So what have you learned so far since you've been here?
While being here, we learn how to do our inventory, learn how to get the stocks, how many stuff we got to give out to other units, get the numbers and all of that.
Nice. And I take it that it's not quite comfortable up there, huh?
Oh, no.
No, it's a 5-star hotel.
No sleep.
No sleep. No sleep till Brooklyn. That
was really our saying. No sleep till Brooklyn. Yeah.
Probably change that.
So what have you guys, you guys are from the 369th. Well, and I'm sure you guys know who Sergeant Johnson is.
Right.
Correct.
Sergeant from World War I. I believe it was 1913. Or something like that. That was the year that your unit was created. Yes, that's right. So what do you guys know about Sergeant Henry Johnson? You know, our installation was named after one of the guys in your units.
Well, we do know that he was born in North Carolina and did move to New York. He lived in, I believe it was upstate Albany.
Yeah.
And he joins the 50. It was back then. It was the 15th Infantry Regiment before it became the 369th, and there was a big push in New York to get colored people in the Army because at the time it was heavily segregated. But I believe the 15th grew to at least 2,000, 4,000 members.
That's a lot.
It was.
Yeah, and the story is, he went to Europe for the World War I, and he was deployed to a unit in France.
Right.
Right.
She was.
Oh my God, that guy watching a gate or a fence, or you know the story, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to anybody want to take us through the story of on what he did?
Well, first of all, what he did was spectacular.
Absolutely.
Because when he saw his comrade basically almost being captured by Germans, and he was heavily wounded himself. So
20 wounds in him, like 20 wounds.
But because of his personal courage, he took his bolo knife or bayonet and basically going hand-to-hand combat with these German troops that were all coming from every angle. The simple fact that he killed 4 of them and injured at about 10 to 20 of them was remarkable just with one knife. Even the simple fact that he was using one knife and he was wounded himself.
Yeah, it's like he ran out of grenades. He ran out of bullets. He was beating them with the stock of his gun or his rifle.
That right there takes courage.
Oh yeah, it does.
Real courage.
That's crazy. And the Germans were even trying to haul off Needham, his partner, his buddy out there, and he said, "No, that we're not going to have that."
And what I remember from history is that's when the Germans at that time lost all morale, because for one man to basically take down maybe hundreds of German soldiers that were coming to your line, and one man basically stopped that, how can you not lose morale?
One person stopped a whole unit. That's crazy, man. He was known after that as the Black Death.
Yeah, the Germans gave him that name.
Yeah, that's a good name to have. I'll take it. But yeah, he was after that. He was him and his partner Needham. I forget his Needham Roberts was the first Americans to receive the Croix de Guerre, the War Cross from France, and that's amazing. That's just awesome. It's like being knighted, even though we can't be knighted, because we're Americans.
Meant to be a superhero. He was just straight meant to be a superhero. He showed very resilience due to the time that he wasn't looked upon as the face of America.
Yeah.
He was the background, and the fact that he was able to withstand, that type of, battle, it just shows that, we're capable of doing anything, regardless of color. We're capable.
Absolutely.
And also, in the heat of battle, you have to do anything to survive.
Absolutely.
And some people don't realize that in the heat of battle, whatever happens at home stays at home. It's who's on your left, your right, front, and back of you. You have to be prepared to defend them, because they're going to defend you. So now you have to defend them. If they can't defend themselves, you have to help defend them, for all of us to go home.
Would you have my back?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely go.
Well, you're here. You're next to me. I'll have your back too. So, what do you guys? What do you normally do in your unit? It's a National Guard unit, or it's a
Correct.
Okay. So, National Guard. So you serve the state of New York.
Yes.
And unless you're federally activated, but what do you guys do in your normal jobs?
You mean civilian?
No, back in your unit.
So I'm a 92 Sierra.
92 Alpha.
We're 92 Alpha as well.
So you're all 92s.
Yes.
So
We're all
that is.
quartermasters.
Quartermaster? I thought that was the Navy. So what do you guys do as a quartermaster?
Well, I work in a warehouse and supply, so that's mainly like the SSA, given our drill days. We're a bunch of, how can I say, different MOSs. So that's why we have the composite supply company with fuelers, water dogs, headquarters,
Maintenance.
and there are other like engineers inside it, but it's like ones or twosies and all that. But we're all in just one big bubble.
It's
nice.
It's like one day you can do your MOS, and then the next day you can do someone else's MOS, and then another day it's another person's MOS.
Oh, wow.
It's just like an integrated.
Swiss
Yeah,
Army.
we cross-train a lot. We cross-train a lot. Like you could be like a laundry specialist, and then you're just driving like an 88 Mike for the rest of your time.
and the beauty of being down here, what we found out is that we can actually cross-train with other companies from other states.
Oh, yeah.
To get their knowledge.
That makes you guys very useful.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Very useful.
I like to say, without supply logistics, a war will never be won.
yeah.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for if you can't make it to the front lines and you don't have your equipment, it's not going to happen.
Oh, trust
It's
me,
not.
we know 3 bullets and attack.
We're not all Sergeant Henry. Sergeant Johnson. Sergeant Henry Johnson. I retired from the Air National Guard, but it was a National Guard. So how long have you guys been in?
I've been in this is my 3rd year. I joined in 21 during the height of COVID.
Well, that's a perfect time to join.
Oh yeah, because basic training at that time was more relaxed in a way because of the COVID rules. So a lot of things that happened before COVID started, I didn't get the chance to, be a part of. Like combatives, I wasn't part of. Bugles, I wasn't part of. Like anything that had to do with hand to hand, I was not a part of because COVID was still existing.
It's like you guys can just telework for basic. It's like, yeah, I'll just phone it in.
Oh no.
So how long have you guys been in?
I've been in for this month would mark 1 year.
1 year.
It's 1 year since I started basic training at Benning, but it's been pretty fun so far.
Have you? You like it?
It's wonderful. I love it.
Just 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year?
The 2 weeks a year and the 1 weekend a month.
It kind of throws off the schedule because, I always had to worry about, taking vacation or going away for the weekend. I had to make sure it wasn't the first weekend of the month.
I mean, it doesn't really disrupt my life too much. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I've been in for 2 years since basic trainings. It was fun for me going to basic training because most of the stuff we did there, I'm from Jamaica, so most of the hardship.
You're from Jamaica?
Yes.
Like Jamaica, Brooklyn?
No, Jamaica.
Jamaica, Queens.
The Jamaica the country.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't tell. Everything going to be Irene. Sorry, that's it. That's like the extent of my Jamaican. So what do you do on the outside?
I'm on the SAD missions, so yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, cool.
For me, I'm on orders for special active duty for the state.
Hey, hold on. I've been in the Army for a year and some change, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can go to you. How long have you been in?
I've been in a year and some change. I believe July is going to be my second year in the Army. Basic to me was, I ain't gonna lie, it was a challenge, but I still made it through.
And it sounds like me.
Yeah, I still made it through. I'm surprised. I'm stay active.
You stay active?
Stay active.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you guys have civilian jobs?
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes. For me, once I go back on orders, I work for Amtrak. I actually like my civilian job. The one thing about what Amtrak does, it still has that military feel to it. Like the rules and regulations.
Oh, yeah.
Of Amtrak, close to
so you got that rank structure and
it clones the military because a lot of the members from Amtrak were all military.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they hire a lot of veterans too. If we have to go on orders, they take care of us. They don't try to, finagle us or try to, tell us if you come back, you're fired.
Oh, yeah, that'll be illegal.
Yeah, that'll be legal. But no, they take care of their veterans. And that's the one thing I like about Amtrak is that they are very much for the military.
They're military friendly.
Yes.
Yes. So do you get to go on free rides? Or what do they call it? Deadheading?
Yes.
Yes. I learned something from that Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah.
You still make movies?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, so for me, I get to ride for free.
Nice.
Except holidays. They actually changed that.
Oh, how rude. No.
But no, it's actually pretty. A lot of the perks that you have outside, especially on the civilian side, if they know you're military, they'll take care of you.
Nice.
And they've taken care of me.
I've wanted to take a train trip across country, just to do it.
Oh well, maybe you and me will bump heads.
Yeah,
because my position is a train attendant. And I do long distance service.
Oh, nice.
Out in New York.
Nice. So what do you do on the civilian side?
I currently don't do nothing because to stay active duty requires me to be there all the time. I work in the asylum mission, which brings the migrants in and give them a place to stay, gives them an opportunity of American dream, and I just provide the protection and the logistics to the state and everything.
So you're staying on orders.
Yeah, I'm staying on orders. Yeah. It's a great job.
I know that guy.
Very great job.
I know all about these guys, man. It's like I'll just stay on orders.
Yeah, I take advantage.
You guys get to go to school at all?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, definitely.
And are you guys, any of you students?
I am. I'm trying to become a paramedic. It's a little program they have at Borough of Manhattan Community College. So
Cool. What's your major?
the major is becoming the paramedic. It's
the paramedic.
It's like an associate.
Yeah, sometimes it's so obvious that I miss it.
Nah, I go through the same thing. It's right in front of me, and I still ask the question.
It's the ADD. So what do you do for civilian?
On the civilian side, I don't really do anything. As Castor said over here, we are on the asylum mission. So
So you're on orders too.
Yeah.
See, that's the way to do it, man. You get all the points, and so you guys looking at so far. I know you just got in, and you haven't been in for like even one full enlistment yet. But if things keep going the way they're going, are you guys looking at staying in for a while?
Absolutely.
Yes, I would probably resign.
So don't they have any positions as an MP?
Yes, they do.
You gonna try to cross train?
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've always said. It's like if you're in the job that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah,
It doesn't even feel like a job. It just feels like a playground for you.
yeah, that's fun. But let me tell you, 20 years goes by a lot faster than you would imagine, especially when you're only doing like one weekend a month. Well, maybe not you guys, but
Yeah, because you get called every single day.
and if you get the chance to go active guard, then definitely it's a great job. It's a great job, especially when you're doing something that you like. Find an MOS that you like, work your way into it, and do a great job all along the way, and you'll never go wrong. That's awesome.
It's getting hot in here now.
I know. It's me. So, as a Hellfighter, do you guys have? I know you guys have like pictures of throughout history of your unit and things like that. Are there any pictures of Sergeant Johnson up on the walls in your unit?
I believe Fort Jackson had a picture of Henry Johnson. I don't know why. I never forget it because that was the time I was coming to reception at 3:00 in the morning and reading that Harlem Hellfighter little plaque on the wall. It was amazing because it was just like, wow, these are New York guys, you represent it. And yeah, it just means a lot to me because it's like I'm from New York, born and raised, and the fact that New York got a guy that moved upstate, not really from the city, but it's okay, moved upstate and did all that heroic action and, was known for what he did. And a state that's, bad history with racism and everything decided to change their name to Johnson that's big. That's big on history. And I don't think not many people know that, but that needs to be explained. Fort Polk, history behind it. It's just,
Well, the way I looked at it, it's like not many people knew who Leonidas Polk was in the Confederate Army. And now we've got it after a National Guardsman from New York who is like the Croix de Guerre, the Medal of Honor, the Purple Heart,
the Silver Cross.
And the Silver Cross. I mean, that's a big thing.
And the simple fact that guess what? He was National Guard.
Yeah, the National Guard. Yeah. It's pretty cool, and we're excited to have you guys here, learning what you're learning, and going through the field and playing laser tag and all that stuff. No,
Great stuff. Pulling security.
A lot of indirect fire.
So are you guys getting attacked by OP4 and all that stuff?
We were in parentheses. It's more like we got attacked by OP4 artillery, airstrike, whatever it was.
Oh, they were sending everything.
We saw it was a guy on an ATV and he was just throwing bombs at us. We tried to shoot him back and he didn't have any Miles gear on, so we're just looking at him.
We just needed something. We needed to see something.
And then there was one group of people that were trying to actually try to capture him and make him a prisoner of war. And then the OC stopped and said, no, you can't do it. And they was like, wait a minute, then what's the point?
I like to shout out this one soldier. Her name is Rankin. And she did one of the most heroic things in her training. She there was a guy who pretended to be an enemy and it was walking. And then she disarmed this weapon, asked who he was, and made sure he got into the AO with proper security, and she was awarded properly, and she was brave for that because everybody was over here just looking for the next guy. Like, oh, where's he at? Where's he at?
And was he a bad guy?
Yes, he was. The bad guy.
And she got him.
She got him
With a bolo knife? No.
She the true Harlem Hellfighter.
That's how it's done, So, how long have you guys been here?
Oh, at the installation?
Yeah.
We've been here for what, like 3 weeks now? 4 weeks?
Three and a half.
Have you gotten bombed by the B-1B? I've been seeing a B-1 bomber flying over a lot.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, the boom, right? The boom, boom, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I believe so.
Yeah, those are. It looks like the B-1 bomber is it's a bomber that thinks it's a fighter. You should see that thing take off. It looks. You're
talking about like the triangular aircraft, that thing?
No, that's the B-2.
Oh, my bad.
That's the stealth bomber. This one looks like a jet, a fighter jet.
Oh, I've seen that.
With the swept wings.
The all black. Oh,
It's like brown or gray.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing has 4 F-16 engines on it, and that's why it's so loud. But it can go supersonic. Don't mess with the Air Force.
Hey, I'm trying to join you guys.
You won't get us with your bolo knife. So, what's the best part? What is the best part of that you've had or that you've noticed since you've been in the Hellfighters? What's your favorite story, favorite time that you've had, or the most exciting thing that you've done?
I would say like towards the end of our training, we took glow sticks and then we were like pretending it was like artillery. We were throwing over our heads like, "Hey, come here!" We were just having fun. But the reason why I say that is because like even though we went through that rigorous training, that brought some type of bondness within our group. And that to me was very special because we went through some hardships. Like every day we're sweating,
Getting rained on.
Our weapon is slinging,
Spiders
like,
and insects all in our tents.
And the fact that we did that, it was just like, yeah, we can't be stopped.
Nope,
we can't be stopped.
And also because a lot of us we didn't know what to expect when we got here. We didn't know what the real terrain was going to be. We didn't know what the weather was going to be. But here we are today.
We thought we would be
here.
in like the literal swamp.
Yeah. We thought Vietnam, really, to be honest.
No, the swamp is pretty much my front yard after it rains.
But one of the great things about this is that we can all just come together.
Right.
But not only us, but we can also look at other units, go through it at the same time, and also talk to them. And a lot of times they're coming to us friendly.
Yeah.
Like with good intentions, not, and to have that type of connection, and also the fact that there are times where we can actually see what they do and learn from what they do, and then they saw what we did and they learned what we did. We realized that the Army is a big organization with so many different parts, so many integral parts, that if one part goes down, everything goes down. It becomes a domino effect. So like I said before, if you don't have supplies for a war, your infantry is going to go down within minutes.
Yeah.
So to see everyone out there with their own part,
Working together
to make sure that the mission gets done, it shows you that there's a reason why we're the best fighting force out there in the world.
Yeah. That's they've been saying, over in Afghanistan, they were saying that the U.S. Army doesn't like to fight close up. They prefer to be far away and hit you with artillery and stuff. So if you get up close with them, they'll just retreat. And they found out the wrong way. That's not what happens. So we prefer standing off distance. But yeah, you get all them bullets, you get all them rounds and the water and the gas. I mean, what good is a convoy if you don't have the fuel to keep it running and all that stuff. You guys are awesome.
No, you are awesome.
No, you're awesome.
You're the man.
So you got a lot of team building. You've got your team building, your camaraderie, your your practice? Have you learned anything special since you've been here?
I've learned myself how to use a radio transmitter.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, so I can put that on my resume.
Yeah.
But you realize how, with the communication side of things, how information has to be brought about from each side to make sure that everything's up, running, everything, you have all your personnel, you have all your equipment, because if you start missing things, then it becomes you can actually jeopardize the mission big time.
Yeah, especially if you miss a turn.
Yeah. So those communications are like a backbone to your people outside. So that's one thing I can say that I can take out of this experience is I know the importance of how communication really is for a mission to really run smoothly. And the simple fact that I learned it and I can take that with me once I go back home, it's a great feeling to have because it means that you are actually doing something productive, but you're also learning a little knowledge of how things actually work in the Army.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And that's also a good war fighting tactic is take out their communication and it goes all awry. I mean, that's what it was back in, if you watch The Patriot, that's the American Revolution. They take out the officers because they were the ones giving all the orders. Yeah. So you got no orders to be given. There's chaos.
Yeah.
So it's all about communication.
Well, look how Sergeant Johnson and his men were at the time. How were they really communicating with each other? How were they seeing the enemy at night? It was hard and back then during this First World War, it was hard for them to actually have any type of communication because they couldn't really scream at each other because the enemy was right there. So, but they found a way to actually deter the enemy and for the enemy to retreat like that and for them to survive those moments. You realize that at the end of the day, it's the people that's near you.
Yes, you have to have somebody have your back. It's your battle buddy.
Yeah,
your brother in the trenches, stuff like that.
Yeah. If I suffer, you suffer.
So, what's your guys'? Do you guys have any things that you've learned or that surprised you that you didn't know before?
How important distribution was. Myself, Gillespie, and Casper, all 92 Alphas, and we were in charge of distributing MREs for several different companies, MREs and ICE. And ICE is something we really, really take for granted in the civilian world. But out there in the Louisiana, like I'm a Canadian. I hate
So
American
we've got
people.
Canadians and Jamaicans and Americans.
Mm-hmm. Like just being able to have foreigners, Americans. That's how
We're all brothers. We're all brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, we got an Asian over here.
No.
So you got when you bring out the ice, I'm sure you were the favorite person out there.
Oh no, everybody was our friend that day.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to talk back to us.
No. But just being a presence there, making sure everybody's well fed, everybody has their ice so they don't heat cat or they don't starve. You feel the sense of importance. Like every time, we have to do a physical count of everything we have. You just make sure that you have the correct count because if you mess up, that means somebody doesn't get to eat. We all like to eat here, and we would not want that to happen to us.
No, especially when it's MREs.
Especially in the field.
Yeah.
The 5-star meal is lovely.
And stay away from the omelet with the ham omelet with cheese.
No, that's discontinued. We've never touched
It's
that.
been a while.
Thank God.
Yes. I probably had something to do with it being discontinued. Oh. It's like, no, thanks, man. I'll just rather die out here.
Rather just eat the
so
spiders.
And still get that LOD.
Yeah.
For me, it was about accountability because I got to keep a track of how much supplies we're shipping out and how much we're keeping back for ourselves. So, yeah, that was a great experience for me.
Awesome. Did you go through all the MREs and say, okay, this one's going to be held back for us?
No, we weren't allowed to do that.
We'll take the chicken a la king and the... We.
I don't know who's we.
I have to survive.
So, I mean, this has been great, and I really appreciate you guys coming down here. It's been wonderful talking to you and learning more about your units and more about you guys. And next time you're down here, don't be a stranger. Step on over and come say hi, and maybe we can get you back on the podcast.
Well, that
Oh yeah, I'm definitely coming back here. It's been a dream come true. I always wanted to do a podcast, and the fact that I got a podcaster helping me out, it's great. So
Well, I'm coming back down here for the gumbo.
Yes, the gumbo.
Yeah,
The gumbo. I think. Did you get any of the crawfish?
No.
Oh, you got to do the crawfish. The crawfish is something. You might have like crabs and oh no, you guys you're more closer to Maine, so you're probably more into lobster and
Lobster
stuff
and
like
shrimp.
Yeah, they're lobster and shrimp. We have Gulf shrimp. And until you have fresh Gulf shrimp, your shrimp is just mediocre.
I got a question. How cold does it get down here?
We've had snow.
You've had snow.
Yes, but anything below a certain level, or anything below a certain longitude in America, any amount of snow will shut pretty much everything down because we don't have anything to clean the streets with.
All right, fine. When your coldest months come up, I'll be back down.
No problem.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll definitely be outside.
It gets really cold. I mean, it gets to the point to where we have to wear a coat. Yep. We have to turn off the air conditioner. Well, we leave the fans on 24 hours. Yes. Well, guys, it's been great. I appreciate you guys coming in. I'm going to see if I can go through all of it. Private Castor and Private Gaston. Gaston. What is it?
Beauty and the
Gaston.
Beast.
From Beauty and the Beast. That's the one, right? And Private Gillespie and Private Ward. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thanks a lot. And of course, I'm Jeff England from the Fort Johnson, Henry Johnson Public Affairs Office. And you've been watching the Fort Johnson podcast. And we will be listening and watching at you later.
That was easy.